YouTube, LNTube, and we also have an email address. Just touch the contact info board to your left. We have subscribers sitting on each side of the stage, and if your groups are filled up, you can click the subscriber to receive information on any upcoming shows. You can also join our group, Electoris Enterprises. We also have a store here on the sim called Just Pam's, and it has something for just about everyone. Please feel free to stop by and check it out. Well, we have an awesome show lined up tonight with Nola Hellershanks and Petra Steele. And now, your host for the Pamela Live Show, the lovely Pamela Electoris.
Hello, 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 hello. I mean, what a day, what a day. We're talking about Second Life. Give me a one if everyone can hear me. I had no voice for so long, I didn't think I'd ever talk. Hey, what can we say? Second Life, Second Life. Now is the time for everybody to turn their mics off, okay? So that way we can give respect to the guests that, we're going to listen and see what all they're doing. And we won't hear your background. So if you have your mic on, just, mute it for right now. And of course, don't turn it off don't turn your sound off because you got to hear us, right? Second Life, Second Life. What can we do? As a friend, I don't like mesh either because, the women especially, when we show up, we be naked and you see all of us and all of that. And, but it's not just mesh is a mess, but Second Life can be a mess at times too, can it? But I guess we have to go through all of this to make things a lot better. So thank you all for coming back and, the determination to see the show. We hope this will be a good show. Today we have ladies. As a matter of fact, it's all ladies today. We have Miss Petra Steele, and we also have Miss Nola Hellershanks. Singer Girl was supposed to have been here. But I believe that she had left a message earlier that she was sick. I wasn't quite sure because I had two different messages because I have some real life things going on, and I haven't really been able to get on all week. My husband, he's in the hospital, so I've been kind of down there in between work and, doing the things we do as adults and all this other stuff. But, today, we're kind of starting late, and I have somebody found me something about love. I always like to read something, and my favorite things is when I'm speaking about love or friendship, of course. Some of my favorite readings. Let me find it because I lost everything over here. And it's called The Magic of Love by Helen Steiner Rice. Love is like magic, it always will be, for love will remain life's sweet mystery. Love works in ways that are wonderful and strange, and there's nothing in life that cannot change. Love can transform the most commonplace into beauty and splendor and sweetness and grace. Love is unselfish, understanding and kind, for it sees with its heart and not with its mind. Love is the answer that everyone seeks. Love is the language that every heart speaks. Love can't be bought, it is priceless and free. Love, like pure magic, is life's sweet mystery. I thought that was beautiful, don't you think? Love is pure magic when we have it, And it is a mystery of how we can feel when one person is in love, And also, I'll say right here, our three roses over here, we call that our love jar. So that's how, the staff and stuff be encouraged by you, of course. The tips that you put in there. Somebody don't hear anything, have them to toggle or someone's in, help that a person to get their sound straight, possibly. Okay, so we're going to go on with the show. We're behind. Now, our first guest we're going to have, she's a friend of the show. She's a friend of mine. She's also written in a magazine, The Infinity. We have our magazine out there. We're behind on a few issues, but we are going to get that started again. Real life has just taken us into other situations. But This woman, she's knowledgeable of Second Life. She's been here a long time. And also she's also have a business here in Second Life. And we're going to walk her out. And you're talking about a lady of a lot of information. This lady right here, if you want to know something, you can ask her. Her name is Miss Nola Hellershank. Come on out, Nola, and let's say hi to everyone. How you doing? We had a heck of a day.
Hi.
Come on, I'm gonna. I mean, I always like to start on time and everything, and I'm talking about 10 minutes to just before the show. Boom, the sound went out. I'm just give me a hug here. So, but it was, everybody, we stuck with it, so we back here. Thank you.
I was laughing about the sound being off because a lot of the lindens are being auctioned right now.
Oh, you're kidding. Or maybe that's what they did. They didn't want to.
They're having a live auction.
I see. Come on and have a seat. Welcome to my house over here.
Okay.
Have a seat and let's talk a little bit.
Let me sit here.
Sit first and then, yeah, there we go.
Okay.
All right. You touch it and you can sit some kind of way. I forget. It's crazy.
There we go.
Yeah. I hear you. Okay, I'm glad they can hear out there. Yeah, Second Life has been playing tricks on us people. But, we're used to it. So tell me now. I haven't talked to you in a good little while. Last time I came over there to the store, and you've been doing a lot since the last time we've talked, or either I didn't just know it. Which one was it? You always had that going on, or did I?
Always. I'm always busy. Last we talked, my real life partner and I are in my Second Life partner and I are in real life now.
You're kidding. Oh, congratulations.
No.
I love to hear love stories. I really do. That is awesome. Matter of fact, we're going to do you know what? We ought to do a couples retreat one day. Yeah, something like that. And just like around the campfire thing, just talking and encouraging people, of how this can work. Some people use it as a game, but it can work,
Exactly.
A lifetime partner in real life here, Awesome. Well, we're going to get into that. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I love it. So now, besides getting hooked up in real life, you get a little busier, because you can turn on and off Second Life, but, real life is there facing you 24/7. Tell me some of the things that's been going on with you.
Oh, I've been doing a lot of work with the designers, with the mesh now. You mentioned the mesh. I've been trying to educate people on the real designers, and now that there's mesh, we have what I call the new type of resellers, where they're not really designing the outfits. They're pretty much just buying the textures to go on them. And then selling them. So
they're not actually designing the form of it, you're saying?
Well, they're not designing the textures or anything. So you can theoretically buy an outfit for 250 lindens, and then see another one, the exact same one, for 50 lindens.
Right. I've noticed that. As like I've seen some beautiful outfits that's really not that expensive, and sometimes even free,
Exactly. And a lot of those are pre-made, where people are not even bothering to design the textures themselves. They're just buying them already made, so they're more or less just reselling. And with that, people don't know, because it's mesh and everything, so they figure everybody's designing all of this stuff, and it's not. They're just buying the textures for the mesh item and putting them on.
I remember before. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what we're doing is she's giving a little bit of FYI. I call her the FYI, for your information. lady. She gives some awesome things. And you said that you can actually tell when you're wearing something. I'm kind of getting mixed up of if it's original or copied, or I mean, why would one? Okay, me as a consumer, why would I care if something's copied or not?
Well, if you're spending your money and you spend 250 lindens on your dress, and the same exact dress is 10 lindens, I would care. You're
Okay.
spending, you're not buying anything original. If you buy it from, like, say, Purple Moon, she's all
Mhm.
original. She does all of
Yes.
her designs herself.
Mhm.
But then you have these new designers that are popping up, and they're not designing their outfits. They're just pretty much resellers.
And
And
coloring them
it's
different, putting
no,
a color on it.
they're not even doing that. If you go in Marketplace and look in full perm textures, you'll see all of these textures for outfits.
Okay, okay, okay.
So the
Wow.
consumer really needs to educate themselves on who they're buying from and what they're buying.
And then that way, and I'm also seeing where some new designers have come out, and like you said, you can see almost the same outfits somewhere, but then they want some really expensive prices on 'em,
Exactly.
too. Um, it's like you say, they're popping up everywhere, and that's true. But now, besides the outfits and stuff, any other news? Because what I'm saying is we got a little bit more time today because Single Girl seems to, I don't think she's logging in because she did leave a message she wasn't feeling well and she was canceling her shows.
Oh,
So I'm assuming she's not going to be here. So we're going to have a little more time. So I know we're going to get into your store also because now you're a shop owner. You sell clothing. What all do you sell at your store?
I do clothing, but I like to do my fairies. I make fairies, just statues and stuff like that.
Okay, because I
Plants.
forgot to get some textures from you because I like
Yeah.
to, when people have a store or a sim, I like to get those and put them on the sliding thing, so everyone can
Mhm.
kind of get an idea and the gist of looking at actually some of your work. You know what I'm saying? And,
Okay.
because they're not there. But for some reason, I didn't get it because, like I said, things been so crazy with me, especially this week. So,
Exactly.
but tell us about your shop too.
It has a little bit of everything: home and garden, clothing. I'm using the new thing that shows the textures, the details in your textures a lot better. You have to have your material ready to see it's really awesome. You can see the bump and the shine in the outfits now instead of just a plain flat texture. You can see so much more the sparkle and shine. The buttons even pop up out of the outfits and the zippers and such.
Now, is that mesh or is it the prim?
It is actually something that Linden Lab has integrated into your graphics.
Mm-hmm. Okay. They've been doing a lot of stuff. Like they've been
Right.
rolling over, and we've been hearing about now. Also, I guess you kind of in the know and a lot of other things. But what we're told is that, and everybody's going around. Are they? They're making a new sim that's going to be completely mesh. Am I correct?
They're
Like you can't.
actually making a new SL.
Okay, a new SL.
Yes.
Because this one is going to be unsupported, from my understanding, when they get that really going. Is that true?
It's going to be supported the same as this is here.
Okay.
And this one here will stay, and they'll have Second Life 3, I think they call it. And it'll be all mesh. It'll be way better than this one.
But I hear it's more expensive also.
I'm not sure on that. They're just now getting beta testers and stuff like that.
Oh, really?
And
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Wow.
And it'll
I didn't get that close.
2017, I think, is when. Yeah, the end of 2016 and the beginning of 2017, it should be rolled out.
Okay. Okay. Then everybody get some information on it. Okay.
Right, and they're gonna
Go ahead.
go ahead.
Okay, the question.
You'll be able to use that Rift thing that you wear over your head, Oculus Rift.
Wait a minute, hold up. What am I wearing over my head?
When you come,
I got some hair on top of my head. That's all I
it's a machine that you put it on your head like a headphone, except for it goes over your eyes too, and everything will be 3D. It'll be totally. It'll be like
actually have that in the mail then, in person, to put over our heads.
It'll be something that you buy yourself personally. It's not something for everyone.
Yeah, and here, okay, this is like you feel that you're there yourself. I've seen that in sci-fi movies or some type of movie, where they actually, you can be sitting in a chair, actually, and then you can be in Paris somewhere or some other country, and actually reacting with someone else.
Right. It'll make you feel as if you're there. You can go on a roller coaster, and it'll be like you were actually sitting on that roller coaster, and it's just virtual.
Wow. Jetsons. I was looking at TV the other day, and it was the news, because I seen it on Facebook the first time, where you actually, a car, plane, boat, this thing could float on water, it would drive on water, it drives on land, and it also would fly. And it actually could be in your garage. It would, you park it in your garage. And you drive it as a car, you get into water, I guess the pedalers come out down. But if you want to fly, the wings would come from the side, just like those DeLorean cars where the doors go up. But I seen somebody saying that, they can fly. Now, on the news here where I live, they had it last week, where they are actually making these cars that can fly. Wow. And they've only sold one, I think it was. And I think they can only make so many a year. And even billionaires are in line to get this particular car. Where it's, so it's almost, I don't know if it was, because that was just a model, which actually worked, that I seen on Facebook. But the one that they are now is actually in production, but they're handmade or whatever, but it's actually in production. And they have, they're giving free courses, of how to fly the thing. Of course, you got to have like a 5-week course, I think it is, that they're also throwing in with this. And it runs and it's not that expensive. It was only running like $300,000. And I say that not that expensive, not because I got that money, I don't, but because that's what some of these, like a Rolls Royce or a Bentley would cost, somewhere in there, like $350,000 on up. So for a person who could afford a luxury car like that, could definitely afford a car plane, And
a pilot's license.
Yeah, pilot's license. And, and I wonder, how high I'm sure they can't go that high, because of the fact that, that would be, if somebody didn't know how to drive in the air, that would be a fatal crash, wouldn't it?
Exactly. I can't fly in SL. I would hate to see me in real life trying to do it.
Now I can fly, but for driving and driving anything, I cannot. But I was asked I had a question in my box, and to ask you, will we lose all of our lindens here?
No.
Can you take anything from here over there to the new spot?
From what I understand, you can take your avatar name.
The name. Okay.
The name. Yeah. But as far as anything goes, like your prims or anything that you own, I don't think you're going to be able to transfer it over.
So you actually would leave your stuff here. You could play here for those who don't want to go. Uh, wow. Okay. Okay. I hear you. I hear you. So it's a beta. I wouldn't mind being a test. No, not really. Because I'm not a builder. I think when they're testing like that, you have to be more or less builders.
They're having the mesh builders on it first, from what I understand.
Okay, yeah, so they can build and have things set up. Okay, that's some good information. I don't know about anyone else, but right now I'm just getting along here.
Well,
A
lot of people are worried about this SL closing down. They don't have any plans of it. They make enough money here to keep this one running also. As long as we keep spending.
Yeah, it's very expensive. It's crazy. It's too expensive, and I know over there it's got to be even more. Because someone was telling me the land here, but $275, $295 a month or whatever. If you're buying a sim, and over there it's going to be like $400,
Right.
from what I'm told. So,
Right.
but to me, this is virtual. And I was telling someone else last week, what happened is I like big houses, right? So, and I have several huge homes, which I've spent this type of money before, but I did not do the homework. And what I mean is that I'm very tempted. I'm a very compulsive buyer. So I'm going to buy a home, I'm bored. So I said, okay, I'm going to buy me another big house. And I go, the house was $26,000.
Oh, wow.
Big deal. I've spent that before. Not a lot, but I have done it. And
Right.
something told me, click on the money and put that money in there and see actually how many dollars am I spending. And it was $105 and some odd cent. And I said, no way. I said, no way will I spend $105 for something virtual. I cannot live in, sit in, or spend it. I'd rather do something in real life with that type of money. You know? When I can get a really nice house, well under 10,000, and sometimes 3 or 4,000. I mean, 3 or 400. I found some nice homes on in the marketplace for that much. Matter of fact, I think I got one up. I probably paid about $1,000 for it though, but still,
When I first came to SL, I used to pay $5K for just gowns, and it was nothing before.
Wow.
That was the normal price for gowns, was around $5K when I first started SL. But so prices here have actually gone down.
Wasn't it lower? The money, because it's working like the stock rate. The stock people. I call it the stock people anyway. But the rates go up and down on lindens. So was the lindens cheaper when you started?
No, they're pretty much just about the same. It's just that there's so many more designers and builders and scripters than there was 7 years ago.
Okay. Wow. Okay. I got you. But you know what? I know we've run over because everyone has been so kind and waiting for us and coming back. And we do have another guest also. But now, what's the name of your store, Nola?
Nola's Notions.
Nola's Notions. Now, I think you gave me that landmark. I got to go in here in my I think, because I have everything up on the screen. And for some reason, I guess by going in and going out, I did take it down. But do you have your landmark handy? And put that on in local. And so people can come over and see. And if I'm not mistaken, I think you have something for them also.
I do. I have a few free gifts.
All right. Listen, everyone. How we're going to do this is that all you got to do is I am Nola. and she'll give you the gifts that she's giving out, okay? And then this way to save time, because she's going to move over as we go into our other guests. Thank you so much, Nola, for coming. And we got to
Thank
get you back
you.
again. And hopefully we can do this thing right. Second Life will be messing with us. That's unusual on a Sunday, though. I mean, that really had me. Monday and Tuesdays I expected, but not on a Sunday of all days, you know? They usually give us a
Exactly.
break. Yeah, but not today. Everyone, give it up for Miss Nola Hellershanks. And like I
Thank
said,
you.
just go into her. Who knows? She got some beautiful things there at her store. Be sure to go and give her some business. That's what it's all about here. That we, it's about networking and, getting the word out about what other people are doing. Let's give it up again. And as I said, this lady right here is full of knowledge. We didn't even get into much of information that she has. And also look for her in our upcoming magazines as well as our past, the Infinity. She gives some good advice there each time we have an issue. Okay?